Here's how ScopeStack is helping solution providers fix their broken processes. One of the things I discovered during my time as a solution architect was a lack of flexibility in the product CPQ that we were forced to use. It just didn't provide the flexibility we needed to scope out services. That caused a lot of problems and made the pre-sales scoping process wildly inefficient. And ScopeStack solves that problem. But don't just take my word for it.
We were evaluating solutions for how to better optimize our services scoping and quoting within our existing CPQ solution. So as we've been on this journey, we really started again with that professional services automation and making sure that we had technology-enabled capabilities to manage our project portfolio. And resource management was a massive one, right? Utilization, understanding our delivery, understanding, our performance, our project margins, all of that. Because of all of the detail needed to quote a service, right? All of the roles, all of the hours, you have to get into that level of detail. It was really bogging down that system, and it wasn't designed to handle that. Within our PSA toolset, we didn't really have a good tool to do that. And so we needed a number of capabilities. We were kind of integrated in with our product CPQ tool. And I remember reading some information, I believe from John at one point in a blog post, and it said, professional services organizations have unique scoping needs that are very different from product. And like a light bulb went off, and I was like, I feel so understood. We are different, right? And so I came to know ScopeStack and learn a lot more about them and realized that they were going to be another technology solution that fit into our overall stack that was going to help us solve a very specific problem. It's really hard to say what our baseline for scoping was before ScopeStack, quite honestly, because we didn't have a single system and great control. For some of our standard deals, that timeline could happen, within a week's time. It was acceptable. For some of our more specialty type scoping that we would do, because it involved different tools and so many different people, those could take weeks. And really, because it was sort of like this build and hold and build and hold. And by taking the time to involve those stakeholders up front to create standard scoping and put the review process in place, there are times when deals can be scoped, routed for approval, and done within a 24-hour cycle. Working with ScopeStack has been fantastic. I joke all the time when the team's working, I'll say, hey, I'm going to have to send a message over here to my friend. We know that they're going to be responsive. We know that if we have an issue, and we've had issues, right? It's technology, but the response to resolving those issues has been within oftentimes hours. I don't think we've had anything that's lingered for more than a day. I would truly say, sometimes with technology, onboarding is a very rigid process and it's a transaction, but I've really felt like we've had great partnership from ScopeStack to help us with this.
Melissa's story is a great example of how you can transform your business by fixing the scoping process. Sign up for a free ScopeStack account to see how you can do the same thing.